welcome back guys to this special extra episode of WCS America Group H, our final day of broadcasting when it comes to the round of 32. It also means that it's the final day that is just us two, Nate. Of course, we are getting ready for the round of 16. It's a couple of weeks away, but we already want to let the players know who they have to prepare for, because of course we want to get the highest quality of games, so they have plenty of time to prepare for their opponents. Also gives us time to do 22 pages of homework, because that's the magic number. Apollo has taught me once upon a time.
22 pages.
Just kidding, Sean, just kidding.
Just in case one for each player wasn't enough.
Exactly. Either way, so that's coming up soon. I'm really excited to see the groups, but first let's take a look at all the players that have advanced to the round of 32, and we can go over all the groups just one more time. We saw Revival and Big Baby advance over Huck and Hero. We saw Bomber and ST make it. We saw Oz and Violet make it. Tasia and Checked, Hyun and Hart, Alicia, Tudming, Bolt and Major. And of course today we saw Arthur and Jigua make it. Well, Nate, those are a lot of very scary StarCraft 2 players on paper.
Yeah, the groups that we have, the players that have gone through, all hard-earned victories, and lots of great games. I think we had some really cool
What was your favorite day? If you went over those 8 groups, is there one day that you stand out? Is there one day that you refer to the fans out there and be like, hey, you should have really rewatched a couple of the games of that day if you missed it?
You know, it's maybe because it's only so recent, but I really liked Major's hold against Courage yesterday. He as recent as that, but there's been so many games of StarCraft. It's like, I remember a couple crazy scenarios, there's base trades, and then we've casted so much different stuff. It's hard to say what was even WCS, but there's been some really great games. But yeah, I'll give it to Major. How about you?
I must say, I think something that really stands out in the round of 22 was Axiom's Hart performance. Hart really blew me away. I think he was so incredibly good. Even when he didn't win his group, I still felt that he was really on par. And of course, it was nice to see Jack live up to the expectation that I had of him as well for playing some solid StarCraft. Either way, I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to drag this out any longer. Let's just go ahead and start seeing where players will be placed. We have Group A, B, C, and D behind us. Of course, soon we will head over to a full screen graphic as well. But let's just put 4 group winners. Of course, the way that this works, guys, is that the first 4 names you see, those are grouped winners, so they're the high seeds. After this, we do 4 low seeds, then we do 4 high seeds, and then we do 4 low seeds again. So Violet and Alicia are not in the same group. And Big Baby, well, obviously there's not a whole lot to talk about when it's just groups winners. And Tasia, all right, well, that's really good news for Violet, Alicia, and Big Baby. Let's go full screen and see how this one is truly going to play out when the groups will really take some shape. All right, oh, Hart and Violet. Now, that already makes this interesting, Nate.
Hart played some fantastic Terran versus her. He pretty much steamrolled in his group with Jaedong. That's a scary opponent to have to go up against for Violet.
I think that's an okay scenario for Hart as well, because he was the runner-up of his group. Either way, let's see our second place seed. Oz, the runner-up of WCS America. Oz and Alicia. Okay, well then we have 2 out of our 4 Protoss players in one group already.
Well, I guess you already got your
That's good news, by the way, for Oz, and not because Alicia is bad, not at all, but Oz is just almost a legend in PvP. We see Check being placed in Group C. I think that is also, well, it's hard. For me, it's hard to rate Big Baby. I haven't seen enough of him yet to truly give a good estimation of how good he really is. And oh, haven't we seen that before, Nate?
Tasia and Major. We were joking about this in Major's previous groups. He's taken a series off Tasia, then lost in the final match to him 2 seasons in a row, basically. So already a little bit of angst maybe in this group.
So I believe now we have 4 more high seeds coming into the groups. This does mean, by the way, that Tasia won't play against Major first. Okay, sorry guys, these are second place. These are runner-ups. So Nesty is going to go up against Violet in his first series of the day. ZVZ, do you think the old creator of the universe can do it, Nate?
Nesty, I mean, he's one of the old dogs can learn new tricks, I'd say. Roddy, anything's possible with Nesty on the board.
I still think that's good news for Hart as well, because I think his TVZ looked on fire. Wow! We have Revival and Oz in the same group, so that means that we are going to have we have 3 out of the top 4 finishes of WCS America Season 1 in Group B.
That is actually nuts. So, well, guess that means we're not going to be able to have the same top 4 this season.
Nope.
Only 2 can go on from there.
Alrighty, and then we have our second place Protoss as well that just qualified today out of Group H, Arthur. So Arthur is going to go up against Big Baby. Well, Check, you have your PVZ cut out for you. And if I was Czech, I would start practicing with Haas and Elfie.
Yeah, just prepare for all the gateways. All the gateways. And in Group
Alright.
D, gonna get a Tudming in there. Tudming.
Well, that's exciting. Tudming was a very exciting Zerg to watch
Yeah.
in the round of 32. He played excellent, played a very fun style of Zerg. I actually think that his ZVP is quite good, so curious to see how his ZVT will fare. But Tudming is a solid player. It's a tough group though so far for him on paper. Looks awesome. I'm liking it so far, Nate. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, this is it's been pretty cool drawings so far up to this point. I think you make a good point, Tudming. We saw a lot more of his Zerg versus Protoss, especially in his group. So being able to go up here against the Terrans, if he can keep that same heavy macro style going, then I would love to see that because he brings such a special flavor of it when he played in his ZVP matches.
And once again, the first 2 players will play against each other, and then the bottom 2 players will play against each other. So we have 4 players left to drop in these groups. One name that's obviously not dropped yet is Jigawa, a Chinese Zerg. No, don't tell me that he's in group. Oh, he is in Group A.
Lots of Zerg
Wow.
for Heart. Only
That's
one
sick.
matchup to practice for the
Yeah.
round of 16.
And his TVZ is already so freaking good. Alrighty, well, I actually don't know the other guys on the top of my head, so just...
There's Hyun.
That's such
that's the top 4.
What? Okay, I don't believe my account manager anymore. He rigged this. Wow, that is...
The top 4 of Season 1 in one group. Well, that's...
Of course.
I don't know if that's a group of death, but that's a group of something. Group C rounded out with a Bomber, so one of each race guaranteed there. And that's a tough group for Bomber, actually. He had some difficulty versus Arthur in the last season, no?
Yeah, but I mean, in all honesty, if you look at Bomber's track record, that is a group that he should make it out.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting group, though. I can't wait to cast it. And then we're still missing one player. I have no idea who is that off the top of my head as well. Ah, of course, it's Captain America himself.
Captain America in the group
Oh.
of Terran.
Wow, so major...
Tudming, I hope your ZVT is good.
Yeah, it's like a reverse scenario.
That's the group of I'm dead.
Alright, so Major is gonna have to go up against Tasia and Polt. Well, Major's TVT is pretty damn sexy, and he has beat Tasia in the past at least twice. Well, Nate, let's just take it from the top. Group A: Violet, Nesty, Jigawa, and Heart.
Well, we saw some good ZVZ from Shigwa today. Always impressive to see him come out here and bring that to us. Violet, I would say ZVZ is probably pretty good for him as well. He comes to me as one of the stronger players. Heart, I think we just look across the board. His Terran versus Zerg was very stable, very strong. He didn't bust out anything particularly crazy. So preparing against him won't be hard, but being as good as him to beat him and take him out of this group from what he did in his group in round of 32, very difficult.
If you have to make a prediction right now, top 2 finishes of Group A?
After... Oh, that's tough. I want to go Heart Shigwa. I'll go Heart Shigwa.
I was actually going to follow you on that one. I'm taking Heart Jigawa as well. Group B is going to be the entire top 4 of WCS America Premier League 2014 Season 1. Alicia is going to go up against Revival, and Hyun is going to go up against us. So that's funny as well, because
It's a grand final.
they play each... Yeah, Hyun, Oz is the grand final, and Alicia and Revival are the 2 guys who lost in the semi-final.
What a crazy group. I mean, Hyun is always a monster. Revival is a monster. These guys.
And Hyun and Revival in the same group is something that I always
Yeah.
particularly enjoy because of the TSL history that they have.
I think
with
when
each
you
other.
I think you look at this group and you easily say that as good as all these guys are, as good as anybody else is from the other groups, this is the hardest one to predict. But I have to go with my gut and say I still like our Season 1 champion Hyun to at least make it out.
Yeah,
I couldn't pick 2 players though.
But picking also a Revival would be really hard. Yeah, there's anyone's group, and even Alicia on a good day. Alicia has gone so far already in so many major tournaments. If I would have to make a prediction right now, I'd probably go with the 2 Zergs, but 3 weeks from now on, I might completely change my mind. But I would probably say Revival to win the group, Hyun second.
Well, Hyun's got a lot of tournaments to play this month, so
Yeah,
we'll get a lot of games for us to see, but also for his opponents to study. Group C, we've got, well, the rounded out group, 1 of each race at least. A Pig, Arthur, Bomber, and Czech. Arthur, of course, is going to bring a whole different type of Protoss, so you could say we get a bit of everything in this
Yeah, we got all 3 races represented, and we got Arthur. That's a really fun group as well. Pick Baby, like I said before, it's really hard for me to put him in a certain group or how high would I rate him. I think he's a very good Protoss from what I've seen, but you know, is he good enough to defeat Bomber? Is he good enough to defeat Czech? If you ask me right now, I say no, but by the time that we will play WCS America round of 16, maybe I know a little bit more about him. Maybe I've been able to watch a few more games. If you ask me right now, I'm going to go with Bomber and Czech.
Yeah, I completely agree. Bomber, Czech. Oh, of course, always got to stick with Bomber, but this Group D, I think, is a pretty rough one for Tudming to have to go in. We talked about his ZVP being good. He will not have a chance to display that in the round of 16. And Pulp just played Major yesterday. We've seen Major play against Tasia several times. I don't recall the last time I saw Pulp play against Tasia, though. They played last season.
They played in WCS America because Pult actually defeated Tasia in WCS America when he was able to win it all. But this is a long time ago. This is obviously 2013. And in 2014, they were in the same group once. Back then, Tasia won in the round of 32, but Pult won in the round of 8, or it was the round of 4. I think it was the round of 4. Either way, that's a long time ago, guys. Not really relevant to the current state of TVT. Yeah, that looks like a really fun group, and I hope that Juanito is happy with his group as well. I hope Tudming is happy with his group, because I would definitely love to see either of those guys make it out. But then again, when you have Paul and Tasia in one group, they are the favorites the majority of the time, no matter who the other two players are.
Yeah. I'd say pretty easy favorites. You have a group you like the most? I really actually want to see Group B play out.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Group B as well. Even though I'm generally very excited about Group A, just to see how hard do, just because he impressed me so much. And I think this has a group that has hearts written or has not heart has heart written all over it right now, because even in the start, you know, it's absolutely pure coincidence, guys, I promise, that I bring up his TVZ and I thought it looked so solid. He looked really good and he looked very strong. He looked in shape. His micro, his splits, they were better than ever. His execution of everything, I think he can make it out of that group. And then I'm very curious to see how far he can really go. It feels like it's almost 2011 that we considered Hart as tournament favorite, you know, to perhaps take it all. But this is a good round of 16 for him, and I'm curious to see Czech. He's kind of my boy. You know, I picked him in my ESL fantasy team, and hopefully some of you guys have followed my advice. Actually, the two guys that I picked on my ESL fantasy team were Bomber and Czech for America, so they're in the same group. They better both make it out, otherwise I look silly.
I think I had Bomber and Pig Baby because a lot of the other series hadn't been played yet.
Oh, so one of us is going to lose a guy.
Blast. Well, I know I'm going to hold out for Tudming as well. I think he's got an incredibly difficult group, but I already feel like we're close friends with just how much hype we built around him from his group. So hopefully he'll be able to make some decent games.
So after announcing the WCS America round of 16, it's of course time to announce that you guys are more than welcome as well to hang out with us, drink some Red Bull, and of course above all see some awesome StarCraft live in action. If you just go ahead and jump to my screen, I can show you guys the event page. Of course, later on you guys can find information about this event page as well at starcraft2.com/WCS, your portal for all StarCraft 2 information. But yeah, obviously this speaks for itself. WCS America 2014 Season 2. You can select which dates you want to attend, June 24th or June 25th. Some of you guys might be like, wow, that's so far away. Well, obviously we want to, you know, give these guys time to prepare, and we have to fly them across the world. And June is kind of packed, Nate. There are not too many free days, so I think it's cool.
There's
that
a
we
lot
have
of
some
StarCraft. A lot of StarCraft in June. Come down here to our new studio and check things out. And I'm really excited. I hope a lot of you guys come.
Yes, I hope so too. It is in Burbank, in Southern California, America, of course, the United States. It's close to the mountains. It's beautiful. It's always sunny. There's a lot of information about the rest as well. Basically, everything that you guys need you can find on this Eventbrite page, which later on will be announced at starcraft2.com/WCS. And Nate and me might actually tweet about it after this broadcast as well. Nate, this is an official moment to plug our Twitter. Damn, casters so full of themselves. Just kidding, guys.
Well, you can find them at Rotterdam08 on Twitter. I know that's where I'll be looking to get the link. Where will you look, Roddy?
At Rotterdam08 as well.
All right, well played.
At Nathanius TV, of course, for Nathan's Twitter. We will post again the link, and of course, we really hope that as many of you guys come out as possible and bring friends, make it fun. StarCraft 2 is all about having fun. Watch us in action, watch us be silly, watch us browse. Reddit and Team Liquid in the breaks. Do whatever. You guys are more than welcome. June 24th, June 25th, and July 1st and 2nd, if that is correct. Of course, it's going to be a full-on show. Round of 16, we definitely tried to step it up. The round of 32, we gave it all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed all the broadcasts. But for the round of 16, we're going to try to go next level. We're going to bring in some more people. And overall, we're just going to try to create one hell of a StarCraft 2 party.
Damn straight. That's the only way we'd have it done, guys. So thanks a ton for tuning in. I really want to say, though, as you mentioned, thanks for all the feedback that you guys have been given throughout the round of 32 as well. All your tweets to hash WCS, everybody saying hi, complimenting, clothing the studio setup, health bars, whatnot. Your feedback helps make the tournament better, and we really appreciate all of you that have tuned in throughout the round of 32.
I couldn't agree more. It's been a lot of fun. We really had a good time bringing you guys all these games. We will be back tomorrow. Once again, before you tune out, guys, and probably a lot of you guys have been gone already, it's like, all right, we see the group, we go. But if you guys want to play some StarCraft yourself, if you want to run into some of your favorite players that are out there, go to battlegrounds.redbull.com, and there is a tournament tomorrow, which starts around 11 a.m. Pacific. If you are Diamond League or higher, you can participate in this tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nate and me will be bringing you guys those games as well. And after that, I promise we're going to take a few days off. Of course, in how many hours is it going to be? Probably anything between 10 and 12 hours from now on. Home Story Cup 9 starts as well in Krefeld, Germany, brought to you guys by Take TV. That is always a fantastic StarCraft 2 party, and I'm going to be watching it with mixed feelings. One end is amazing, other end I'm going to be so sad that I'm not there, but I hope you guys will check that out as well. Twitch.tv/TakeTV is where you guys can find all the information for Home Story Cup. And well, Nate, after that, if you guys haven't seen enough StarCraft yet, more Red Bull. DreamHack is coming this month as well. MLG Anaheim is coming this month. And of course, at the end of the month, we will be back as well from this studio.
Yeah, absolutely jam-packed month of StarCraft. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I know we've had a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun yet to come. Thanks everybody that's also been participating with our fantasy team for ESL Gaming as well. It's been really cool to get everybody hyped up for the round of 16, but I don't really have too much else to say. Thank you guys so much for stopping by for the round of 32, and hopefully we'll see you at other events, and hopefully we'll see you here for the round of 16.
Yep, thanks everyone for tuning in, not just today, but throughout the entire last 3 weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the opening from our studio here, ESL America in Burbank, and hopefully we can welcome you to our new home at June 25th and June 26th, and of course the start of July. Thanks everyone for watching, and enjoy this amazing month full of StarCraft 2 action.